alone has 1,500 cars doing 250,000 rides a week. Just think.
Okay. Waymo alone has 1,500 cars doing quarter mil. Okay.
For Tesla, the numbers could get real. Waymo alone has 1,500 cars doing 250,000 rides a week. Just think for Tesla.
Okay, 250,000 rides a week. But Tesla is going to destroy. Okay, so these guys, Farzad, a lot of these Tesla guys, they're making they've started spamming like 20 videos saying the exact same things. And I'll tell you right here to save you on time. So basically, I wish I had more visuals here to keep you visually entertained, but just take a deep breath. You'll be okay. You guys don't need too much mental stimulation unless you're a Gen Zer. In that case, just close your eyes while I speak. Okay, so Tesla stock. There's fundamentals. Fundamentals is what he's talking about here. And the fundamentals are the production of Teslas are so vast in the thousands compared to how many Waymos that are on the road. We produce so many Teslas. Once we do flip the switch, is what they kind of say, flip the switch, turn them on, the full self-driving, the robo-taxis, they're fully activated, the fleet is there. The app is already pretty much is already built. A lot of new testers like Farzad, even this guy here, Farzad. I'm not sure where this is guy from, but I'm Middle Eastern as well. I just don't have the Middle Eastern accent. So this guy is quite good, but he does spam videos. Okay, we get it. Yes, we have to be patient. Yeah, so just be patient, DCA, and we just gotta hope. Yeah, I mean, stay up to date. I'm staying up to date on Elon's Twitter, and I'm always watching Solving the Money Problem, Stephen Mark Ryan, and Farzad. And what I get from all these guys, many other analysts that I watch on Tesla stock, not just technical analysis, but also fundamentals, and not just fundamentals, but also I go very deep into the technicals and the chart patterns, and I come to the conclusions that I come to, and get the results that I get. You saw my previous video. In the past 3 months, I'm up 96% on my portfolio. Not doing no crazy call options. Only 100% guaranteed safe wheel strategy type options, and those give you very little premium and credit. But mostly shares. I've just been timing things very, very well, just by doing this and getting a gut feeling for it. The past 5 years, I've been watching Tesla stock nonstop. Yeah, a lot of these YouTubers are great, but they really just are making videos because they want you to just, keep your fucking eyes on it for a million hours. You got 75-minute videos. Jesus Christ, it's a great video, but I like to keep mine, handful of minutes, couple minutes, 50 seconds. I post mostly shorts in the beginning. When I started this account, you can see my portfolio where I was down 10, 15K, I'm down 25K, and I just made it all back. I mean, dude, it's really just once you can get past the emotional aspect and you really get addicted, if you can. I don't know. Some people have this hyperactive type of ADHD thing, and they use it for completely the wrong things. But if you can use it for the right things, I guess you're considered smart or something. But you can make money with it. I don't know. So, guys, just be patient. Yes, Tesla's secret plan to crush Waymo and Uber. Okay, this guy's comment section. Let's do a little review here. I'll play the video go for you guys, but let's get to somewhere more interesting. Look at this. North of southeast, like Austin, pedestrian and traffic. Like they're just talking about the details, fleet and their future plans, pricing and strategies. Okay. When struggles. Okay. The future technologies. Look at this 45. Like I'm saving you guys an hour here. This 4 minutes you're watching Tesla's future and media perception interview. It's okay. Yeah. So you guys I don't know if you guys aren't aware of this yet. A lot of people aren't. So CNN and the majority of the media there's going to be times where hold on here. I'll pause this. There's going to be times where they're going to talk so much smack about Elon Musk, about Apple stock, whatever you're in, right? And this is why it's very important to only focus on a couple stocks in your portfolio, either S&P 500 and ETF. Even if you think you're intermediate, you should probably have the majority into S&P 500 ETF or VOO, which I prefer. Pretty much the same. It's exactly the same thing actually. The chart pattern, just one's tiny bit cheaper. It's about the same thing, because there's going to be so much emotional turmoil through. Just to go from a certain price of the lows to the highs, because they have to shake people out of the market. And are you going to get shaken out? You might. You might be down 20K like me one day, or even 2K, $500, whatever. It might be more significant. Like maybe it's $1 million you're down. Maybe you're down 100 mil. It doesn't matter. It's about the percentage, you know. Maybe you did what I did. Most people do what I do in the sense of buying the stock as it's falling, and you're like, oh, this is a major support. I'm going to buy here, and then you get a liquidity sweep or fair value gap, whatever the hell you want to call it. These little day trade fucks. Excuse my language. Basically, you get flushed out. You buy the base, and it makes a lower low, and that lower low is the true, like, you know, it's a little bit lower than the previous, but it reclaims the price in a short term or whatever. And if you hold through these things and just slowly DCA a little bit, double down when there's a serious dip, and don't go into margin like me. Have only a certain percentage of your money in Tesla. Don't be all in if you don't, if it's too much for you to handle. And for most people, it probably will be. For me, I'm a little crazy. I have big balls. I can handle these things of fluctuations of 5, 10, 15K, and this is real money that I worked for at like $15 an hour. So, yeah, this is thousands of hours, hundreds of hours, and I'm borrowing thousands of hours, hundreds of hours of life force basically from Robinhood because I have 26K on there, and I'm 25K and an extra 20 grand. That's an extra, what's 10 grand on 10%? An extra $1,000, extra couple $1,000. Yeah, we're in it to biscuit. We're in it to win it. So. Yeah, these guys are saying the legacy autos are struggling. So the legacy autos is in internal combustion engine cars and hybrids. A lot of these like super Tesla bull guys are saying this shit's going to last forever, or it's not going to last forever. They're going to, EVs are going to destroy everything, blah, blah, blah. They're going to be so disruptive. Yeah, okay. I think so too, but also it's going to take a lot longer than people are thinking. So when you look at cars these days, you see a lot of cars are beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful cars, and the old cars, or a lot of people are still driving them, right? So it's going to take a nice little 20 years or so, a long time before we see the real, EV disruption like how they're saying. So you need to be realistic here. But the stock price, and let me give you a secret here. If you're making it this far, Elon Musk is talking about another 2 vehicles, possibly the Model 2, the driverless car, and maybe a van or something, another hidden vehicle. So we have hidden catalysts that upcoming, and that can get us to 500. That can get us past 500. That can get us closer to 1,000 a share. Do not fuck around with this stock, is what I'm trying to tell you. It will fuck around with you, and that's why you should only have enough to where you can, you're down 50%, man. Better fucking hold that shit. Don't buy a shit ton when it's very hard not to, when it's insanely overbought on a long-term, a long sprint. Let me do a quick over here. Give you a little quick lesson here. People charge you thousands of dollars for me to teach you this shit in like a Discord or something, like, mentorship and all this bullshit. People just fake their degrees. So let's get off this. Go back to the line chart. A little bit prettier in my eyes. A little bit, less killer on the eyes. But we'll go back. Okay, so looking at Tesla stock here. As you can see on Tesla, massive move. So large. You see the straight candle, a massive candle to the upside, and then a retest. A retest here, and you might be thinking it's going to break down to the downside and keep chopping around, and it could have done that, and it did previously, and the years before that, it chops around a lot, but it does have massive green moves. And when do you want to be in the stock? You want to get in the stock when it's starting to lag, it's starting to have some fear. Oh my goodness, this thing is crashing. Oh my God, Elon, the US dollar is going to get debased. There's a war with China, Ukraine. People are in max fear. When you are starting to doubt yourself or the stock market, this is when to buy. This is when the experience of people that have been in the market and different times in the market, as in bear, sideways, bull. And when people talk about a bear market, it's not just like, it's like, look at my portfolio. I started in COVID. This is like this. This doesn't look like too big of a chart, but this is many, many years. This is 5 years of my life. And it started with 5 to 10K in this account, and I continuously added until now. Bought during COVID, bought the dips, and it kind of worked. Oh, massive drop here, so it looked like, massive drop. It was up 6%, and then I was down 6%. Okay, it was pretty bad. Fluctuating times, and then kind of made the money back. Could have gotten out here, and then we had some serious outside of Tesla's, out of their hands, COVID drop here, and then instead of it kind of recovering, massive flush, COVID, and then I kind of figured out, I was out of the market for like a couple months actually, and just kind of held through it. Jesus. And 30 grand right there. And I was just at 60. Just recent, we hit 60. Like a 3-month. Count was at 61.3K. That was beautiful. I was up 11K. I did not take prof, and guess what? It's not too bad. When I look at the 1 month, what happened? Massive fluctuation to the upside. On the downside, we did give up all that move, but it held. It's still holding. And what did it held? It held about holding about 312, 315. What about before? About 310, 315. And then the real low, 320, 299. We couldn't break out of 304, 299, 304. So what is this? This is 7 to 5, 6. And so we're getting 2% moves up and down, 2% up and down. Doesn't want to go up and down, and then doesn't want to break out, and then holding the 298 again. So with a 1, 2, 3 touch point, 3, 4, about 3 touch point at the 300 psychological support. People run probably fear, kind of like unsure here. And then market closes, or right here, market closes 1 p.m. right here, and it's tightening. It's tightening. Is it going to tighten, go to the downside? If you look at a larger time frame, you thought maybe it's going to go to the downside right here at 285. And if you kind of sold out here thinking you're going to buy lower, you lost your money. I mean, you lost a chance, because we got from 301, it basically made the entire move back from this low. So you want to be careful. You don't want to be selling when it's in fear. This is an opportunity. Even in the short term, in the medium term, maybe we can go back down to 227. After we make a higher high, there's a little bit more. I would say a little bit more room, because it's looking bullish. We had a ton. Basically, we just had. So this move that we just saw here, this here, we're having that. We just had that like right here. Had a flush, recovered, built at a base, made a higher high, 351, couldn't handle it, dropped back down, and then you can see here, it's holding the 300s. Look on the 1 week, it was holding the 300s last week. And then it held and made higher. Why? Because it made there's a very strong, very, very strong bullish momentum right here. High volume and bullishness. Like, just to make this big of a curling, this is a lot of momentum, a lot of money, and it held. And that's a lot of money holding. And then a lot of money holding made a little bit of a higher move, probably retail right here, a little bit higher. And then they decided to really push it. It did push. So right here, holding 300s. What's going to happen here? Where we are now, most likely when I look at the 1 year, or let's look at the 5 year actually. 5 year, 1 year. Okay, so 5 year looks like, gosh, I could zoom out of this a little bit. I wish I could. So on the 1 year, it looks like we are having a lot of little consolidation up here. So we are either, we need to get a short term bounce back up to the 350s again, in order to show that we have a lot of volume, and it's really trying to break out to the upside. And if we do, we're going to get something closer to look at a 1 year chart here. We're going to get something more that's like this. There's a large move here. It dropped. Yes, it's in a lower channel, but it dropped, and then consolidated, held this, and then it went higher. So this should be in a channel right here, where we are. The overextension is like super, super low. We don't want to break 280, 290. You can see here, 280, 290. We don't want to break this level. And last time, 290, 300, we're holding it. I mean, we're right at 290, 300, but we're holding it. As long as we continue to hold this, and, we are above, well above 270, which is 280, 290. we're still very bullish because there's tons of volume in the market. And if there's enough volume when the stock already pumps up from a reversal, like, okay, so we just had, this is a reversal, right? And this is the extension. So this, we were used to being here. This is the reversal. So where are we now? So we're here, got a little down move, and then the reversal is going to come. And I think the reversal already kind of happened because there's so much consolidation here. Maybe there's only an extension. So even if we only get the extension just from here, where we are now, well, pretty much here you got 311. Get a gap fill here to 479, 480. Jesus. Do you know what will happen? From we are here, where we are here, about 310, well, 60%, basically 60% upside from here. And if you had the 80 grand, $48,000 could happen in a month, week. I don't know. Probably the next few months, probably by the end of the year, nice little rally or whatever towards December, closer to 500s, if not higher. We'll see. But if I get even a 50% move on my 80, I'll be up, a nice little 40 grand, something insane. And on my $50,000, once I return the margin, I'll have 50K plus 40 grand and only, $90,000 and I'm cash. Then my plan is to, reposition the majority of my position closer to buying back at 320 where we are now once the price gap fills this. Because imagine, once, look on the 5-year, once this is going to, I think this is going to gap fill. This area here is going to fill back up to here in the 500s and for high 400s, 500s. And the base is really going to be tiptoeing above, kind of like right here. 250 is going to be the new, 250s is probably going to be the new, super low. 245s, 250s. And then, the short-term supports are probably going to be, 300, 320s once it pulls back from going super high. But, tons of resistance around 379, 380. So I think we're going to go a little bit past 380, probably 390 to closer to 400. 380 to 420 is possible. And, would be beautiful. My average is about 340 plus 25%, about 425, 420. I'll be at 100 grand on the position, which will be so pretty. So I've, never seen 100 grand. It'd be beautiful. 82,000. Going to be up 20 grand plus the 9 or 8,800. I'm already up. $30,000 plus 50,000. It's like, dude, 80,000 on my account, and then I can, be careful here, put a little bit in the S&P 500, and before you know it, you are at 100 grand. And you get 100 grand, and you guys need to understand here. Let me go to the lock screen.